Well, Chris Popper joined by Robin Jones here at the historic Grand Theater. And it is Autumn Gold weekend. We should have an Autumn Gold flag here. But
can you feel the gold fever?
I do.
Do you have gold fever? I think we all do.
I want to feel like we ought to be like Austin Powers and,
yes, it's
and gold member
and gold fever.
Right.
Yeah. We're at the Grand. We have gold fever, and we've got 3 events that we're really excited about this coming weekend. We want to talk specifically about the uniqueness.
3 very different events.
Completely different, and stuff that we may have done versions of in the past, but nothing exactly like what we're doing this weekend. Friday at 7:30, we've got a local musician, and when I say local, I mean Portland, Maine, state of Maine musician, Mark Tipton. He's not just a jazz musician, he's not just a composer, but he's also a silent film scholar. And he, with his quartet, historically, they've created these amazing jazz scores to tons of classic silent movies. And so in honor of both Autumn Gold and the upcoming Halloween season we've got that's coming real fast, we're going to start what we're calling our Jazz in Silence series.
Okay.
1 film per season, each one a brand new original jazz score composed by Mark Tipton and played by himself and his quartet. This coming Friday night, it's going to be the German silent film classic Nosferatu.
Which is kind of scary, I think.
Yeah, it is super scary. It's based on the Bram Stoker novel Dracula. And if you've never seen it, it is... I'm saying that children can come with their parents because for a silent movie, it is pretty scary. But with this amazing world premiere, brand new jazz score that Mark Tipton will be playing live with the movie. And that's just on Friday. And then on Saturday at 7:30, we have got a magician that has been seen on all the national broadcasting networks. He is, and the Ellen Show. He's amazing. He's not just a magician. He's a comedian. He's a juggler. He's a ventriloquist. I think at night he fights crime. He's somebody that I may be confusing him with Bill Bixby. I'm sorry, but he's somebody that is just amazing to watch. You'll want to get front row seats for this because Andy Gross literally will saw himself in half and carry half around as he does. And if you haven't seen this trick, you can see it on YouTube, but it's so much better to see it live and up close, and that's on Saturday night. And then on Sunday at 5, we have a great documentary of local interest. There is a Maine filmmaker, Richard Kane, who makes these great documentaries about various local interest things. And this latest one, I Know a Man, ... Ashley Bryan, is, if not his best, one of his best documentaries. Ashley Bryan is a African-American artist, children's book illustrator. He takes his work to Maine public school systems around the state. And he's just an incredible guy. He's a war veteran, a lot of stories to tell, and all of them are included in this incredible documentary. We're hoping, crossing our fingers, that Ashley can come out for the film, but even if he can't, Dick Kane and his producer will be there to answer questions. It's going to be a very special event, and we hope everybody shows up on Sunday at 5 p.m.
So a full weekend of Autumn Gold.
Yes.
Now, this Thursday,
yes,
you've got something going on as well.
This is it could be Autumn Gold. It's an event that we're very proud about. We're going to have an open house, but it's a special kind of open house. This is an event that honors our veteran Grand volunteers, and on our roster we have almost 80 people who are currently helping us out in one way or another. And we're inviting them to come out from 6 to 8 Thursday night and watch a film that our own Garrett Harris made about the history of the Grand to kind of help them have even more context for what they do. And now a lot of these veteran volunteers know a lot of the history of the Grand, but I'm willing to bet that a lot of people who think they might want to volunteer at the Grand don't know that much about it. We'd love to see you guys come out too. So this is for veteran volunteers and people who might want to volunteer here at the Grand to come out, have some free refreshments, meet Nick, our executive director, meet the board, and meet people who've been volunteering for a long time and watch this amazing film.
What kind of volunteer opportunities do you have? I mean, from ticket takers to ushers?
There's both front of house, which is what you would think. It's ticket taking. It's will call, which means handing out tickets that people have already bought when they come up to the box office, and it's also ushering. But there's also opportunities to work behind the concession stand. There's also what we call back of house or production volunteers. These are people who would help out with moving set pieces around during a theatrical production, or learning some of the tech side of our theater, maybe running a spotlight for an event. There's a lot of opportunities here. Not just ticket tearing, but if that's all you want to do, we've got plenty of volunteer opportunities there too.
It's not something that you have to commit to every week. I mean,
no.
So volunteering, it can work around your schedule. I mean, if you have a couple hours a month, you'd love to talk to them.
Exactly, and we have people, now we'd like people to volunteer for things that are more than just what they'd like to see.
Right.
Because obviously volunteers are going to be able to see something for free that they're volunteering for, unless there's some rare contractual issue that we just can't do it. But we'd like people to be able to volunteer for, say, if you love opera, maybe you could also volunteer for one of the film nights or something. Having said that, of course we can work around people's schedules. We do that all the time. I have people that volunteer only for the movie night, not the movies that we show as matinees, because they can only make an evening show, which is great. I can use them either way.
Right. So if people want to volunteer again, and the open house is Thursday, 6 to 8?
6 to 8, and
if for some reason they want to volunteer and cannot attend that, they should contact you?
Yeah, they should contact me, 207-667-9500. Leave a message if I'm not here, and I'll be sure to get back in touch with you. Or you can email me, rjones@grandonline.org. I don't just book the movies here. I also...
You're not just a pretty face, right?
Oh, man, that went decades ago. That ship sailed if it was ever in port to begin with. But I also am the volunteer coordinator. And if you're a business that's interested in sponsorships, I do that as well. So give me a call for any of those reasons. I'd love to talk to you. But the volunteer event, we're really looking forward to it, and I hope there's a lot of people coming out here, both veterans or people thinking about it.
It's a nice way to say thank you, too.
Yes, and it's a way that is fun. It's free refreshments and a little bit of education at the same time. I don't know if everybody knows the history of what the Grand has been to this community.
Yeah.
So we've got that going on, and then next we've got a ton of movies, including...
Probably they're busy, you know, this next 2 weeks are probably one of the busiest stretches of the year.
I would say so. Between Autumn Gold and then the last weekend of the month, which is going to be our Grand Goes 3D weekend, we'll be showing on Friday, September 29th at 7:30 p.m. and then Saturday, September 30th at 2 p.m., Wonder Woman in 3D. One of the most popular, talked about movies, not just superhero movies, but movies of the year. And then on top of that, we managed to find, through Warner Brothers, a 3D restored print of Wizard of Oz. And that's going to be Saturday, September 30th at 7:30 p.m. and then Sunday, October 1st at 2 p.m. The funny thing about that is, it was not made in 3D. It was just Warner Brothers a few years ago thinking, I wonder how this would work, and then experimenting with it.
With the flying monkeys and the munchkins.
The munchkins are going to be in your face. And Judy Garland will be singing in your face. With this, and the tornado will be in your face.
And Toto too.
Toto too, yeah. The little dog will be in your face. All of that is a really great opportunity for audiences to see something they think they know pretty well in a whole new light. And this is a movie that when it was restored in 3D, Wizard of Oz experts had some issues about it until they saw it on the big screen and said, oh my God, it's Absolutely. It's how it should have been made if they'd only had the technology in the 30s. So this is a great opportunity for families, for film fans, anybody who loves this story to come out and see it in a brand new way. And then next week on Tuesday and Wednesday, we've got a film by Mike Judge, who wrote the screenplays for School of Rock and The Good Girl and Chuck and Buck, a brand new film called Beatrice at Dinner. Salma Hayek and John Lithgow, and kind of a dark social satire that you really need to see to be believed. It's kind of unique, and I hope to see everybody out there.
All right. So much happening over the next 10 days here at the Grand Theater for all this.
Lots more.
Yeah, all the tickets and all the scheduling, and go to the website.
Grandonline.org.
Or you can call the box office 667-9500. Thanks for watching. Check out all the other videos we have on the WDEA YouTube channel.